Over the last 20 years, the in-building wireless space has really grown up from an area needed for basic coverage to meet the needs of an indoor population to where we are today, where capacity requirements are driving in-building systems. Now, we can see this and how the evolution of the industry has taken place. In some statistics, about 80% of calls today, of all sessions in the mobile environment today, are done indoors. That's interesting because these networks were designed as outdoor networks. Only about 2% of systems today are actually designed as indoor systems. So the rest of the coverage, that 98%, is covered from the outdoors. And we're having a huge capacity concern today. A capacity created by things like the iPhone, this insatiable demand that doubles every year and a half it cannot be solved in the ways that have currently been done. It can't be solved by adding additional frequencies. It can't be solved just by cell splitting. And in-building wireless has become that last bastion, that last place to go to create additional capacity. Now, within that, there have been some issues that the industry has had, primarily that it's been a challenge to do RF planning inside. In fact, because the whole system is really very RF-based, it's been a relatively small community that's been capable of designing, operating, maintaining, and installing these types of systems. And that's a real problem for an industry that needs to grow from the few buildings, the outdoor stadiums, the tunnels, the airports, these really very public spaces, to all of the private spaces, all of the enterprise-class buildings that need to be covered today for capacity reasons. These are just some of the issues that the industry is facing. We see the vision of tomorrow as being one where these systems are going to get simpler. They're going to get more intuitive. They're going to have things, terms known as Cloud RAN, and they're going to have SON. They're going to optimize themselves in the future. These are things that will allow us to move from the 500,000 or 1 million cell sites there are today to the hundreds of millions of buildings there are around the world to ensure that every single one of them is covered and can add capacity to the network.